Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into UFOs and alien hotspots, places where the veil between realities gets thin. From government cover-ups to mysterious lights, we're visiting the weirdest places on Earth. What's really out there? Are we alone? Hit like and subscribe for more. We're just getting started, folks. First up, we're heading to Roswell, New Mexico. You know it, you love it. It's the granddaddy of all alien conspiracy theories, the 1947 Roswell incident. It's like the Super Bowl of UFO sightings, man. Imagine this. It's 1947, the Cold War is just heating up, and suddenly, a rancher finds some weird debris scattered across his field. The military swoops in, tells everyone it's just a weather balloon, and then boom, the rumors start flying faster than a UFO. Was it a weather balloon? A secret government experiment? Or something far stranger? People have been debating it for decades. There were eyewitnesses who claimed to have seen strange creatures, talk of government cover-ups, and even rumors of autopsies on alien bodies. The government denies it all, of course. But that just makes it even more suspicious, doesn't it? I mean, come on, they're the government. They lie about everything. Roswell is a must-see for any alien enthusiast. It's where the legend began. So, what's it like to actually visit Roswell? Think alien-themed everything. Motels, diners, even a UFO festival. They've fully embraced the alien thing. And you know what? I kind of love it. You can visit the International UFO Museum and Research Center, check out the crash site, and even grab a bite to eat at the Alien Zone Cafe. They have this burger called the Roswell Incident. It's got green chilies on it, man. It's out of this world. But it's not all fun and games. There's a real sense of mystery and intrigue in the air. It's like walking in the footsteps of history, wondering what really happened all those years ago. Did we make contact? Did the government hide the truth? Roswell is a trip, man. It's a place where you can let your imagination run wild and maybe, just maybe, catch a glimpse of something truly unexplained. Next up, we're heading deep into the Nevada desert to a place shrouded in secrecy and conspiracy, Area 51. This place is like the holy grail for UFO hunters. It's where the government allegedly takes all the alien tech they recover, for research. For years, the government denied Area 51 even existed. They finally admitted it was real in 2013, but they're still super tight-lipped about what goes on there. They say it's just a testing ground for experimental aircraft and weapons, but come on, man. We've all seen the documentaries. They're hiding something out there. People have reported seeing strange lights in the sky, weird vehicles that defy explanation, and even, allegedly, captured alien spacecraft. They say the truth is out there. I'm pretty sure it's locked up tight in Area 51. The whole place is crawling with security. They've got cameras everywhere, motion sensors, and armed guards who will detain you just for getting too close. It's serious business, man. This is where the men in black come in. You know, those guys in the black suits who show up to silence anyone who knows too much about the aliens. Yeah, they're supposedly real, and they're not afraid to pay you a visit if you start poking around Area 51 too much. I'm not saying you shouldn't visit, but if you do, be careful, man. Don't go snooping around where you're not supposed to, and if you see a black SUV pull up with tinted windows, just keep walking. You didn't see anything. But seriously, even with the risks, Area 51 is a fascinating place. It's a testament to the power of secrecy and the allure of the unknown. What are they hiding out there? What don't they want us to know? One thing's for sure, Area 51 is a place where fact and fiction blur, where the impossible seems possible, and where the truth is definitely out there, somewhere. All right, folks, we're heading down to Peru, to a place called Nazca. It's got these crazy lines carved into the ground, man, like massive geoglyphs, some of them hundreds of feet long. You got monkeys, spiders, hummingbirds, all sorts of weird stuff. They're so huge, you gotta be in the air to really appreciate them. Some people think aliens might have had a hand in this. It's a wild theory, man, but it makes you think, doesn't it? Think about it, man. What if these lines weren't meant for us? What if they were like giant messages to the cosmos, like, hey, aliens, we're down here. Come say hi. like a cosmic welcome mat. And let's be honest, dude, if aliens were gonna land somewhere on Earth, wouldn't a giant spider etched into the desert be a pretty good landmark? Like, take a left at the giant hummingbird, then park your spaceship by the monkey. It just makes sense, man. Plus, have you ever seen the History Channel? Those ancient aliens guys are always talking about how advanced these ancient civilizations were. They probably knew a thing or two about talking to extraterrestrials. I'm just saying, it's not impossible. So if you're ever in Peru, book yourself a flight over the Nazca lines. You might just catch a glimpse of something truly out of this world, man. Alright, so we're hopping across the pond now to good old England. Specifically, we're going to Rendlesham Forest, which is basically the UK's version of Roswell. See, back in 1980, some military dudes stationed at a nearby airbase reported seeing some weird lights in the forest. They thought it might be a downed aircraft, so they went to investigate. And that's when things got really strange. They said they saw this like triangular-shaped craft with glowing lights, just hovering there in the woods. They even claimed it landed and took off again, leaving behind these weird burn marks on the ground. Now, the official explanation is that it was probably just a lighthouse or a weather balloon or something, but come on, man, a lighthouse? In the middle of the forest? That's like saying Bigfoot is just a really hairy hiker. The thing is, these weren't just some random dudes who saw something weird after a few too many pints at the pub. These were trained military personnel, man. They know a UFO when they see one. And they weren't the only ones who saw something strange in Rendlesham Forest around that time. There were all sorts of reports from locals, people saying they saw strange lights in the sky, objects moving at impossible speeds. It was like a full-blown alien invasion, but just in this one little corner of England. Some people think the government's been covering up the truth about what really happened in Rendlesham Forest, just like they did with Roswell. And who knows, maybe they're right. So, if you're ever feeling brave, take a walk through Rendlesham Forest at night. Just, maybe bring a flashlight, and maybe a friend, or, a whole squad of heavily armed soldiers. You can't be too careful out there, man. Alright folks, buckle up because we're heading into the Bermuda Triangle. This place is legendary, man. It's like a giant watery mystery box swallowing ships and planes whole, leaving nothing but spooky stories and unanswered questions. You've heard the stories, right? Boats disappearing without a trace, compasses going haywire, planes vanishing into thin air. It's enough to make even the most seasoned sailor think twice about setting sail in those waters. Now, the skeptics will tell you it's all just bad weather, navigational errors, pirates, the usual suspects. But I'm telling you, there's something else going on here. Something strange, something unexplainable. Some people think it's magnetic anomalies, wormholes, underwater methane explosions, all sorts of crazy stuff. But me? I'm thinking aliens, man. I mean, it makes sense, right? Think about it. What better place for aliens to snatch up unsuspecting humans than the middle of the ocean? No witnesses, no evidence. Just gone, baby, gone. They could be down there right now, probing our submarines, messing with our cruise ships, laughing at our little boats. So, yeah, maybe think twice before booking that Caribbean cruise. You might just end up as a specimen in some intergalactic zoo. And trust me, you don't want to be the weird, hairless monkey in an alien zoo. Alright folks, we're heading down under to Australia. We're talking about Wycliffe Well, the UFO capital of Australia. This place draws in everyone from hardcore ufologists to casual stargazers. They say if you stay long enough, you're guaranteed to see something strange. The town's practically built around UFO tourism. It's like those aliens know something special is going on here. Now, I've heard some wild stories from Wycliffe Well. People talk about seeing flying saucers, orbs of light, even massive triangular crafts. One story is about a trucker passing through late one night. His truck was bathed in intense white light. He saw a massive disc-shaped object hovering above. He watched as it disappeared into the night sky. The number of stories makes you wonder, is it all just a coincidence? Alright folks, buckle up because we're heading to Russia, deep into the Ural Mountains, to a place called the M Triangle. Now, this isn't your average tourist destination. It's remote, it's rugged, and it's got a reputation for being one of the most mysterious places on the planet. We're talking strange lights, unexplained phenomena, and enough UFO sightings to make you think you've stepped onto the set of a Spielberg movie. Now, Russia's always been a hotbed for weird activity, but the M Triangle, it's like the epicenter. See, this region is named after the nearby M River, which flows through this dense, untouched wilderness. And it's this isolation, this feeling of being completely cut off from the world, that seems to attract the unknown. People have reported seeing everything from glowing orbs to cigar-shaped crafts, to these massive triangular objects just silently gliding through the sky. And it's not just visual sightings either. We're talking electromagnetic disturbances, strange sounds, and even reports of people experiencing missing time. The M Triangle sits on a geomagnetic anomaly where the Earth's magnetic field goes haywire. Some researchers believe this attracts UFOs, drawn to these energy hotspots. The Ural Mountains shamanism might have opened interdimensional doorways. People often return with stories that defy logic and reason. For those who've experienced it, the M Triangle is truly extraordinary. Welcome to the San Luis Valley in Colorado. It's a giant salad bowl surrounded by mountains known for UFO sightings, strange lights, unexplained cattle mutilations, and more. This high-altitude desert plateau has a sky that goes on forever. It's a magnet for UFO activity. Now, these aren't your average predator attacks. Animals found drained of blood with surgical-like incisions. The strangest part, no sign of struggle, no footprints, no tracks. These mutilations often happen in areas with high UFO activity. Are they abducting these animals for extraterrestrial experiments? If you're brave enough to venture into this UFO hotspot, keep your eyes on the skies. All right, folks, buckle up, because we're headed to Bonnybridge, Scotland. This place is like the UFO magnet of the UK. I'm talking hundreds of sightings a year, people seeing weird lights in the sky, strange objects hovering around. It's wild, man. They don't call it the UFO capital of Scotland for nothing. Some people think it's all just swamp gas, weather balloons, you know, the usual suspects. But the sheer number of sightings, that's hard to ignore. You got to wonder, are the aliens just really into haggis? Or is there something more to it? Maybe they're drawn to the mystical energy of the Highlands. Who knows, man? It's a trip. Now, I haven't been to Bonnybridge personally, but I've heard stories. People talk about seeing these triangular craft, silent as the grave, just gliding through the air. Some even claim to have been abducted, taken aboard these ships. Are they telling the truth? I don't know, man. But it makes you think, doesn't it? The government denies anything's going on, of course. They say it's all just misidentified aircraft, natural phenomena, that kind of thing. But let's be real. They're not exactly known for their transparency, are they? They've been caught lying before, covering stuff up. So who knows what the truth is? All I know is, there's a lot of weird stuff happening in Bonnybridge. Next up, we're heading stateside to Pine Bush, New York, the self-proclaimed UFO capital of the East Coast. This place is a hotbed of paranormal activity, man. I'm talking UFO sightings, strange lights, even Bigfoot sightings. It's like stepping into an episode of The X-Files. They even have a UFO festival every year, with thousands of people coming from all over the world. Imagine that, a whole festival dedicated to aliens. You got lectures, workshops, even UFO-themed food and drinks. That's dedication, man. Now, Pine Bush sits on this massive underground aquifer, and some people think that's what's attracting the aliens. They say the water has these unique electromagnetic properties that act like a beacon to extraterrestrial beings. I mean, it sounds crazy, right? But then again, we're talking about aliens here. Anything's possible. Maybe they're coming here to refuel their spaceships, or maybe they're just here for the UFO festival. Who knows? It's Pine Bush, baby. So there you have it, folks. The top 10 alien hotspots on Earth. From Roswell to Bonnybridge, these places are shrouded in mystery, intrigue, and a whole lot of weirdness. If you're looking for a vacation that's out of this world, I highly recommend checking out one of these locations. You might just see something that changes your perspective on life, the universe, and everything. And hey, if you do have a close encounter, make sure you get it on camera and send me the footage. I'll analyze it on the podcast. Keep those eyes on the skies, folks, and stay curious.